Those of you who want to jackpot, those of you who have plan, whether the plan is already closed or is still far, but you have plan to jackpot, just know this and know it now. It is very, very cheap for you to acquire any skill you want in Nigeria than coming abroad and try to acquire those skills. It's very, very expensive abroad. Very, very, very expensive abroad. So now that you are still planning on traveling, this is the ample time. This is the best opportunity for you to lay your hand on any kind of skill that you feel like. If you are going into IT, use now and learn IT in Nigeria. If you put your mind in IT, you are going to learn something that will be able to land you into like job that you can start with. But coming abroad is going to be more difficult. It's going to be more expensive. One thing about abroad is that, especially when you are even coming as a student or something like that, is that it is quite difficult for you to develop yourself abroad. Very quite difficult. Unless you have a sponsor who pays your bills without you having to work your ass out in order to meet up with your bills, your rent, and some other bills. In as much as you don't have a sponsor, you need to work before you can be able to pay your bills. It is quite very difficult to develop yourself abroad. That's why most people who are abroad, they don't even know what is happening in the abroad they are, because 24/7 they are busy working in order to meet up with their bills. Like in abroad here, like your rent can even take up to 70% or 60% of your monthly earning. Are you getting it? So you see that people are struggling every time to meet up with their bills. And while you are struggling, you don't have time to do anything that will be able to develop you or to make you more better than you are. Like even if you are schooling, after school, like even as you are in the classroom, you are thinking on when is this class going to dismiss so that I can rush and do something and get money. Are you getting it? So it's quite difficult to combine your hustle and still try to develop yourself more when you're abroad. But in Nigeria, at least when you're in Nigeria, your brain tends to be more focused than when you're abroad. I don't know, many people might disagree, but quite a number of people will agree with me. Because when you're abroad, like your mindset and your mental wellness is a kind of always scattered, especially when you have to take care of so many things for yourself. So learn things you want now in Nigeria and then export it. Don't hope that when you come abroad, you'll be able to make connections. That connection is not even easy to make abroad, unless you have somebody who is paying your bill from somewhere. So you don't need to worry yourself, do anything. But if not that, it is quite expensive. Learn it. If you want to go into IT, use now that you still have enough time in Nigeria. Go into IT and learn it. It's going to pay you off. But if you claim that you don't want to start, that when you come, you start, it's going to be quite difficult for you. You might not even have the time to start, and you might not even have the resources to push it. Secondly, if you are planning of traveling out, whether the time is already coming closer or you are just planning, try and learn a skill, even if it is how to barb. Barbing will give you money. We be say sometimes government no gonna say you barb somebody collect money, because say here all these country tax they so much. Now tax they keep people money. But this kind of skill, say you can barb, you can even barb your neighbors. Some of African people, you can tell them I can barb, or you can go to their house and barb. When you barb like that, if you just carry the money put for your pocket, nobody even know say hey, that kind of thing. Lower yourself. Learn now. When you come abroad, not those jobs where they run away from in Nigeria, you go to see. Especially when you come Europe. Europe is the worst place, because no matter the kind of no matter how professionally you are in one field or not, if you come to Europe, it will be quite difficult for you to land yourself job in that field. Because of what? Language barrier. Many of European countries don't speak English, and they will not give you any of their job until you can be able to speak their language fluently. It's not even that you can speak small, but they will require fluent speaking. Are you getting it? So this is the time, develop yourself. If you want to go into IT, find IT firm within your locality and start learning. Start learning any of the programming languages if you are IT inclined. If you don't have any IT firm within you, go online. Use Udemy. There are other platforms you can use and develop yourself. Are you getting it? There are many things to learn. Project management, if you're kind of person that like to do art stuff, project management, there are so many things you can do and help yourself. Thank you.